What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So pretty much you already know what we're getting in today. You clicked on it, you seen the description, installing the lower control arms on the SC today. They are OEM, pretty much OEM spec control arms. There's nothing fancy about them. They just, they just a brand new version of the old raggedy ones I have in the car. I'm not having a problem out of the ones that's currently on the car right now. It's pretty much, you call it preventive maintenance. They've been on the car since 1993 because it's a 93. They were pretty old. And I just don't want them to fail on me and pretty much be stranded anyway. So that's what we're gonna get ourselves into today. However, I do have upper control arms and pretty much other suspension parts coming in. I had the upper control arms now. I have other suspension parts coming in. They should be here, I think, like in the next 2 or 3 days or whatnot. But as far as with the upper control arms, I give you guys a look see at this. Everybody already know what the lowers look like if you have an SC, and I give you a look at that. This is the upper control arm. So I got this from a company out of Russia. Well, that's located in Russia. It's called Billy Bones. Look at that. Alright, so I know a lot of you guys are probably like, well, why you get that brand or whatnot? Pretty much the price of this, I think I paid almost close to 400 shipped from Russia. It took about 30 days. I literally stumbled across these upper control arms. I was actually looking for the Megan upper control arms, but I couldn't find them. To where as though, like, I found them on a couple websites, but I didn't trust it to actually use my credit card on there. With a lot of scams and stuff going on, I just really didn't trust it. So I actually came across these on pretty much on eBay. I know everybody, you got them from eBay. It's a lot of stuff on eBay that's good. It's a lot of stuff that's bad on eBay. To me, this is one of those products that just happen to be good. It is from a company I never heard of in my life until I ordered them. But the kicker with this is the construction of it, as far as the weight. The actual welds on it are like pretty much grade A welds. They are, and you can see it's like an extra support right here and whatnot. They are adjustable. That's the main reason why I bought them, where you hold the screw and twist it. But that's the reason why I bought them, because they're adjustable. The bushings are solid. I can't even move the bar joint at all. And like I said, it has weight, so I'm pretty sure this is good metal. I'm not installing it today at all. But the day that I do go to install these, I will have more specs on this actual product. This is not a promotional thing at all. I don't promote any products. I promote products that are good products that work for me, that might work for you, type deal. I'm not getting paid to do this at all, but I'm still amazed at how good of quality this thing actually is. I mean, I did spend a couple dollars on it, but it's mainly just because I didn't know the company at all. That's all it is. Should be getting these on within probably like another week, mainly because I have another set of 3 pieces that I'm actually building right now. The SSR GT3s. 18 by 11 should be the rear, 18 by 10 in the front. So as soon as I finish building those, I actually stick those in the car and see how the car sets. I'll actually install these. That way, I know if I got to camber it or not. I really don't want to run camber, but the way how I want pretty much my wheels to look, if I got to run slight camber, then it is what it is, pretty much. So enough of that talk for the next video. Like I said, Billy Bones, you could get your set now. Take 30 days from Russia, depending on where you at. You know where you live at. So yeah, it's pretty much, let's just get into it. Get these low control arms on. It shouldn't take too long. It's a pretty simple job as long as the bolts don't get stuck. But I have cutting tools. I got pretty much tools to get it off. Knock on wood, if it does get stuck. I did the driver's side day before yesterday. That came out. I did that in literally 10-15 minutes. I was amazed. With no electric tools at all. That was just all hand tools, mainly because it's like 7 in the morning. My neighbors were asleep. I didn't want to disturb the neighbors. But talking you guys' heads off as usual. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you got any thing you want to ask, hit me up in the comment section. I'd be glad to answer your questions for you to my best of ability. A lot of people ask me tons of different questions on this platform on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes I don't be having the answer, and I be having to stop and I have to Google it. A lot of answers can be answered on Google, but if it's something specifically pertaining to my car, it's a high possibility I got the answer for that already. Yeah. So if you haven't already, like I said, subscribe. Keep up with the build if you like what you're seeing. This should be an in and out job, hopefully. I hope. I'm dreading. That's why I'm just taking so long to do it, because it's not really wet out there. It's just muggy. But as always, let's get to it. All right. So first things first. As far as what the tools you're gonna need, I probably just name them as I go. Pretty much you need 17 if you had the LS calibers. I'm pretty sure the stock calibers to take the whole caliber off is a 17. I usually use a bungee because I take the caliber off, lay it on a bungee. Usually doesn't go anywhere. Sit your rotor to the side. This big bolt that's actually, if I can get a good shot of it, the bolt that's actually holding the control arm on is it is a 22. So on one side of the control arm bolt that's actually holding the bushings to the car, so one side is a 22, the other side is like a 24, whatever. You don't have to take the upper control arm off at all. I always suggest when you take the cotter pins out, you try to save them just in case, and you lose the new ones. And for the actual tie rod, should be a 14. I think that was a 14. And save the cotter pin for that if you're not putting new tie rods on. So now we can actually go through it. Put this new control arm on. I guess just try to take some steps on how I'm actually doing it. I'm trying to do it the most easiest way possible. Alright, so calibers off, hung up. Just wiggle it, I guess, make sure it's secure and get in. And this cotter pin, I mean, if you lose it or break it, I would say just go to Advance or whatever auto parts store that's local to you and just get a set of cotter pins just in case. Mainly because if it break and this was your only means of transportation, you're pretty much stuck. I wouldn't recommend you go anywhere without your cotter pins in. I mean, it might just look so small and simple, but this bolt can actually back itself off and your car will, the tire will kick out, and hopefully you don't lose it if that happens. Try and get it out. I did this too. And then with that, I just lay it on the ground, straighten it out. This is actually like a 17. See, this head on the other side. These are newer outer tie rods. I did remember changing these, so it should have been either 14 or 17. This right here was 11/16, but like I said, there was a pretty much an aftermarket tie rod in. Alright, so what you do, I usually get everything off, and whatever I gotta hit, I hit it all at once. So you gotta hit right here on this little joint. Usually when you hit right here with the hammer, have a heavy enough hammer to knock it out, and it usually should just drop straight out. So what I'm gonna do now is loosen up this bolt so that way I could knock this out and knock this out at the same time. And like I said, this bolt right here should be a 22, and you gotta get the cotter pin out of that. This one should just pull. Yeah,
It's not gonna loose. Lost it. Oh crap. Yep, we lost that one that quick. That came out with the strength. Yeah, you might want to go to the store and get cotter pins first. I definitely not gonna find that on the ground. Cotter pin went somewhere. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not tripping. The new ones came with cotter pins, but I actually lost the cotter pin for one of them, so it's all good though. So now hit it with your breaker bar. My gun should be able to break this on its own, but I don't like putting a lot of stress on my tools, you know, because this has pretty much, you know, like a lot of tension on the bolt. So I usually use the breaker bar as much as I can. Like if it was a longer bolt, I would use the gun just to get it over with, but like this bolt is not even that long at all. So try to save my juice. Juice and lifespan. We're gonna say juice and lifespan. Oh, so we do have to drop the shock. We do have to drop the shock on this. That should be a nice drop in the water. Yeah, it's water right now. So 19. I'm definitely gonna hit this with the gun. Cause this is kind of nice out. I need a wrench on the other side, but these grips do the job pretty good. Just being lazy, I don't feel like finding 19. So, just hit it. Alright, what's gonna happen is, if you're on coilovers, this is actually gonna go up. It should go up. Make sure you get your bolt, washer, nut. Usually put it all together so I don't lose anything. I'm gonna pop my gloves. So I'm gonna change my gloves real quick. Sorry about this. Pretty good status. Trying to keep my hands as clean as possible for the day. Alright, since all that's loose, we can actually knock this out, knock the tie rod out, and hit the two bushing bolts that's holding the bushing in. Should fall out. Alright, so so you can see, knock the outer tie rod off. Need a new inner tie rod and outer tie rod. That's done. They on the way. And I actually knocked the control arm out. Let's see if I can get it. It's out. So what I did, you can hit, just pretty much just hit right here on this knuckle part for the ball joint, lower control arm ball joint, and hit either here or here or here for the tie rod. And it usually just drops straight out. I got oil on my face. I got both sides of the bolts out for the bushings that connect to the car and the lower control arm. So allergy starting to mess with me. So I'll shake this one. So actually, when you're doing this, these are like pretty much like guides. So when it's on the car, it actually sits like this and it locks in. And then on this side, this one locks in. If you can see how the nut has like this flat spot on it. Well, the bolt has this flat spot, and it actually follows the contour of that. So he pretty much like locks the lock in place or whatnot. But even when you do it, even though this actually locks in, still pretty much plan to get a whole front end and, you know, whole four-wheel alignment. Main reason because I'm saying that is this ball joint is already weak and damaged, so I'll show you when I pull it out. It's already weak and damaged. And especially since your car is lowered, you get strut fatigue. So all your suspension parts pretty much sag down and work harder than what they should. On top of this just being so old. So pretty much when you get this done, just pretty much plan on getting the alignment. You might drive it and see as though you might not need an alignment. That's on you, that's your call, but I would recommend just getting the alignment so your steering will be all the way true. Because even when you change it, it's not. It's a good chance it's not. It's a good chance it may be if you just got an alignment though. So what I'm gonna do now, I forgot to tell you the sway bar link. This is a 14 nut, and if you look, because this whole thing is gonna spin. This hole right here is for an Allen key. I'm not sure the size of that, but in my case, I always lose my Allen keys. So what you can do, if you're replacing this, take grip pliers, stick the grip pliers right here to put tension on it, and go ahead and knock the nut off. And knock the nut off on this one. Once you get the control arm off, it's easier with the control arm out the car for the bottom one. The top one, grip pliers. If you're taking it off and replacing it, grip pliers, 14 socket or wrench, you know, whatever you got. If you're not replacing this, use an Allen key, because once you put those grip pliers right here, this thing is pretty much just done. And I'll show you when I do it. Spinning now, so like I said, if you're changing it, you can do this. If you're not changing it, I would not recommend you do this, because once you do this, you pretty much just killing this sway bar link. I say change it. These joints are only like less than 20 bucks for both sides. Just hit it. Working out slowly but surely. That's pretty much the only thing holding it. Little control arm on. It's these. If you find yourself doing this and you don't have them on you, like my situation, I could leave it off, but I don't want anything to get damaged or to get bent, because I feel as though if it's on the suspension, you need this piece as far as the sway bar link. So what you can do, you can just put it back in, slap the bolt on, leave the car parked. Don't go driving it after you get this, and I'm gonna show you right now, because this boot is all the way busted. Once the boot's bust, it's busted now. So once the boot's bust, and you can see a little bit of it's not really stripped on the threads, but the boot's busted. So once you start trying to dry this thing, water, debris get in there, it's already gone anyways. Water and debris get in there, get to working around, this thing's done. You're gonna get a lot of noise from it. Then like I said, it's pretty much out. It just falls straight out. Just a couple wiggles. A couple wiggles or a couple of knocks. Just oh, that bush is gone. Look at that. That's gone. Yep. This one's gone too. Falls into pieces. So that's gone. This actually isn't as bad as the driver's side was. In a jam, I would take something like this off a junk car just to get me through until a new one came in. As far as replacing them goes, it's always best to buy new, but this isn't too bad. But the bushings are definitely gone. And like I said, that's gone. Alright, so pretty much you just put it on the way how you took it off. You don't need to press anything for that. That's the best part about this job. No pressing needed at all. With most of the suspension parts, except for the hub burns. With hub burns, if you don't have the whole hub burn assembly, you're gonna have to press it in. simple as that. But with this, simple hand tools to get it off. 22, 19, 17, 14, 12. Pad grip pliers, pad needle nose pliers to get the cotter pins out. A heavy enough hammer, that's the catch. You need a heavy enough hammer. And when I mean heavy, you can't use no little cheap 2-ounce hammer, I guess. You need like something that got some weight to it. Because when you're swinging it, the actual velocity or whatever the big word is, it takes less hits. A lot of times if your hammer not heavy enough, you won't even be able to knock it out of socket. So you need a heavy enough hammer. And power tools if you have them. It's a quick job. We did that in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Well, probably like 15 minutes to take it off. Probably another 15 minutes to put it on. Because I'm recording, it takes longer than usual. If I wasn't recording, it'd just take probably 15 minutes tops. I'm pretty much just gonna show you guys the new one I have, how it comes. It's just a new low control arm. It's really nothing special. Alright, so this is pretty much the new control arm. Just like the old one, just a lot neater, cleaner, fresh bushings. These things dumb tight, they won't go anywhere. So when you get it, dang, I'm looking at the full. When you get it, take this nut off. Oh, it usually comes with a cotter pin of its own. I lost the cotter pin to my driver's side, so I took the one from the passenger side. I am gonna put this completely on the car. I'm gonna run to the auto parts store because I gotta get brake cleaner anyway, and I'm gonna get a set of cotter pins. So what you do, take this off, take the nut off, take the black piece off. Do not install it with the black piece. The reason why I'm saying that is because on the IS, I actually thought I took it off on the driver's side. I really didn't, and it's on my IS like this. Like, it's retarded. So just make sure you take that off, install it, tighten this completely up. Make sure you line the holes up when you do it. Tighten it completely up, snug it, put the cotter pin through that hole. Pretty much simple, man. Real simple. So I'm pretty sure you guys don't need an installation video because you've seen how to take it apart. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward when you do it. Just be prepared to have a front end alignment at least. I usually do front and rear end alignment just cause it's $100 for front and back. Might as well. And other than that, it's pretty just, like I said, it's pretty simple. You seen how to do it. You should be able to put it back together. If not, I guess just rewind the video. Yeah, just double check everything once you do it so you make sure all your bolts are tight. That's the key. But as always, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go ahead, knock this out, sit the car down, and I'll probably run the auto zone real quick, grab the cotter pin, some brake cleaner because I gotta drop the trans like I said. And yeah, so if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you like what you see. If this helped you out, good to go. You see, it's not that hard if you was afraid to do it. It's not that hard at all. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. If you want to keep up with the build, there's a bunch of more stuff coming. Yeah, just subscribe, man. Subscribe, share it with your peoples, and all that good stuff. If you don't already follow me on YouTube, if you don't already follow, I'm tired, man. I just got off work, man. If you don't follow me on Facebook already, it's pretty much Will Grizzly. Instagram, it's Will_Grizzly. I stay posting stuff up on there on the daily anyway. So yeah, pretty much talking your head off again. As always, until next time, and keep everything going, man.
Swipe the credit card till that shit insufficient. I bought my bitch a business. Ooh, girl, I know he didn't. I rip it, lotto rip it, middle finger flip it, fuck it. I don't know who the fuck you niggas dissing, be specific. I'm chilling